Okay,
All
pal.
right. All right, so
You wanted to talk, did you?
I want to talk. Look, I got you here. It's very, we're always talking over Zoom, and people love it.
We are.
But this is in person, so it's a little more informal. So people ever thought we script these things, now
Yeah.
they'll know that they're not.
This is definitely not. This is walking down the hallways here.
So look, it's October the 4th, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Kai. And
Kai Medical Acquisition actually closed on October 5th, 2020.
And well, what I remember most about that was you acquired it, closed it,
Yeah.
and then within a month, you were already driving business into it.
It was kind of crazy, It was one of these assets that there was something interesting going on there, and it was, could we give them some assistance, some working capital, take off the things that maybe they weren't so comfortable with, like accounting and bookkeeping and certain operational things. To be part of a public company, we've got to obviously nail those things, and sort of free them up to be the scientists that they are. Maximize the lab. Figure out how to take advantage of their R&D capabilities going forward. But that was a little bit more, longer work, and we'll talk about that further because that's become kind of crazy. And then, oh my goodness, the testing side of things just like
Is looking
it honestly it far surpassed kind of what.
well within a month. You were signing contracts.
We were
Within a month,
signing
you were signing
contracts.
deals, right? Film
We
and
signed
television.
film and television deals, business deals, banks in the local area that just wanted to test their employees because they wanted their employees to come back to work. And it was all of those things coming together, and they just had a big run that was kind of not in the forecast at the time, but they did a great job.
But the reason I want to talk about that is, so you hit out of the park. We know now that you tripled the size of the lab.
We did. Yeah, that's done. That construction's finished. I was down there 2.5 weeks ago to do the final punch list with them because I'm kind of particular about things, so I want to make sure it's things are right. And they really managed that construction project very well in a time when construction's difficult. Lead times are difficult. You can't get lumber, you can't get cardboard.
Supply chain is an issue. We know that.
To put in place, but it's done, and they're ready to handle substantially more volume. That's why we're doing this. And
you have reason to believe, we'll talk about that at another point, but you have reason to believe, because you've talked loosely with me about the fact that the federal government in the U.S. is literally funding billions of dollars for testing. We all know that, so we're not talking about anything here that's out of sorts. And,
not at all.
You think Kai is going to have a real
they're going
good
to get their
chance
share.
at getting their
I'm telling you, they're getting their share. I authorized them, Yoshi Tyler, who's the president of the lab, or president of Kai Medical, to hire a whole bunch of new positions. Right? They need business development. They need more specimen collection people. They need accessioning people. We've got a new controller coming in. We've got bookkeepers coming in just to deal with the administration of a growing business. The science.
And by the way, you're not doing that for fun. You're hunting, you're hunting bear for a reason, right? You're not sitting there wasting time, resources, money.
No,
so you've got an expectation.
There's an expectation, but this is not just speculative. There's $171 billion just from the Biden administration, $1 billion, just for school testing K through 12 in the United States. The second largest allocation in the United States is the state of Texas.
How much? What's their allocation?
$17 billion.
Let's keep walking. I'm gonna have to walk so I don't fall over.
Yeah.
$17 billion is just
$17 billion just for the state of Texas. California number 1, Texas number 2, Florida number 3. So,
Kai is about to go potentially into its next phase of growth. Next phase of.
Well, we had to invest in their facility, or they had no ability to even take on opportunities that would come their way, because they would be stuck in capacity issues.
Yeah.
And that facility originally was a 2,000 square foot facility. State-of-the-art lab, $1.5 million US in lab equipment, like perfect. molecular scientists that are super talented. We hired more molecular scientists for this testing program. The problem is that the administration staff and the team were all kind of in one place together. We needed science to be science, and we need admin and processing and shipping and receiving to be somewhere else, away from science. So how do you solve that? You can't shut down a lab and move it, because it'll take you 2, 3, 4 months to
they just
move
lose
that
them.
lab. So what we did is we negotiated with the tenants next door and bought them out, so that we could go into those locations and create a 6,000 square foot location. And it's done. It's ready to receive all the new opportunities that are coming our way. Now it's about business development, science, processing, and we'll talk about it more in the future, is R&D through Kai Medical, because we have a great deal of new medical products coming to market that are not ready for prime time yet. There's more work to be done, but that was one of the big reasons why we invested in Kai, because of their future potential.
Yeah, and that's the overwhelming
beyond
theme.
COVID.
The overwhelming theme here, and we'll keep walking.
Yeah, we'll walk.
Let's keep walking here. The overwhelming theme here is that you took a really, good business with great utility a year ago,
Yeah.
and have supercharged it. Did really well in the first year, you didn't know growth was going to be up and down because there's so many factors, but it was there. But the bottom line is it's now ready for the NFL, like they say. And what I want to dovetail that is into Medisure.